All right, guys. Today, we're going to be talking about my favorite book of all time. This is called The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. This is what we're here to do, right? We want to be successful. So I've read this book a few times, not just once, not just twice, but a few times. In fact, every time that I'm feeling a little down, I pick this book up. If you want to call it my Bible, you can call it that. It is something that literally shifts my energy, raises my vibrations. And I keep reading it, not because the book changes, but because I change. And that's why I brought on Angie. Mercedes will be speaking on later too. We keep reading these books, we keep taking notes on these, because every time we come across this book again, we have a different perspective. Because we're always growing, always learning, always evolving into someone new. So today, I hope that you guys get something out of it. I hope that you grow into the person that you want to be, because that's what we're here to do, right? So let me bring on the first speaker, who's going to go over the first few laws of success. And this is someone who is super, super special to me. I know that you've heard me edify her a few times, and I cannot say it enough how much I care about her, how much she radiates the room, how much she bumps it up, she turns up the volume, she puts us in a good mood every single time. Her energy is infectious, guys. And this is someone who is super coachable, grateful all the time to me, always sending me messages about how much she cares about me, how much she's grateful for me. And this is someone that I didn't know 12 months ago. I didn't know her 13 months ago. And now we're like this. Now we're traveling in different countries. We're spending time here. We're spending time there. We're changing. We're literally changing the city of Chicago, guys. So let me give it up to my girl, Angie. Put us on, girl. Put us on.
Ladies, because we're about to throw it down. Yes, thank you. First of all, Nance, I appreciate the hell out of you just for being the woman that you are. Every single day you inspire me to be better, do better, and my favorite phrase that you always say is do more. Like, this woman will show you guys up tenfold. She will outwork anyone. And with that, her drive, her persistence, her gratitude itself is truly something special. I'm so grateful to have her in my corner. So grateful to learn from her every single day. So grateful to look up to her and have her, by our side. Like, if you guys have her working closely with you, you guys already know how special that Nancy is as a person. So with that being said, guys, I am excited to be here. Drop some 444s in the chat for all of you for showing up on this Tuesday night at, 8 p.m. my time. I'm grateful for every single one of you. 72 people. That is lit. Oh, I'm so excited. Welcome back, Aylin, by the way. I see you. And congrats, Cody, on that 8% ROI by Tuesday. It's lit. All right, guys, I am super excited to share some of my favorite nuggies. Shout out to Jordan, too, for putting me onto this book. Surround yourself with people who want you to be better, do better, learn more, read, and actually appreciate the shit that you say to other people. All right, so with that being said, guys, a little bit about myself if you don't know me. I am from Chicago. I have been trading for about 13 months now, but with all that aside, we are here for the nuggets, so we will get to that. So I just wanted to start by saying pretty much the one thing that we've always been taught was that nothing came easy, right? Like, we always had to get to the top by struggling. But in this book, it talks a lot about the different way of actually going about learning and, getting to success and where we want to be out of life. So he tells us that there's a different way that's not just about relentless effort. And the other way is taught through Taoism. So in Taoism, they speak a lot on Wu Wei, which means effortless effort. So with that being said, it means more or less that if we align ourselves with our true nature, if we live more naturally, like how nature expresses itself, then we will unfold with grace and grow with grace and ease. So if we put ourselves in a situation to grow, we have nothing but the option to grow, right? So a tree doesn't need to think to grow. It doesn't need to, well, it needs to be put in a certain environment, but regardless, it's going to be growing, right? At the end of the day, it just naturally grows. No one's telling it to do it. It just knows that this is what it's supposed to do, right? So effortless effort, that means in alignment with innate nature. So our innate nature is spiritual. It's an expression of the one. Some may call it spirit, some may call it God, some may call it the universe, but overall it's an energy force, right? So just like a tree, we have energy, right? So we too, like the tree, begin to grow with grace and ease, with effortless effort. And a lot of this book talks about, obviously, success. Ooh. Nancy, you shared your screen. I love it. Here we go. Yeah, let's go over a quick overview of the 7 spiritual laws that we will hit. If you guys want to take some notes on here. The first one is law of pure potentiality, law of giving, law of karma, law of least effort, law of intention and desire, law of detachment, and law of dharma. I'll give you guys a second to write these down. I don't want to go too quick for you guys. So this book pretty much talks about success and being spiritually aligned with success. So success is the continued expansion of happiness and the progressive realization of worthy goals. I'm going to say that one more time because this is a straight nugget. Success is the continued expansion of happiness and the progressive realization of worthy goals. When we think success, we think of wealth, right? We think of well-being. We think of health. To me, that's complete alignment, right? Success is living in complete alignment with your vision, your goal, being one with what sets your soul on fire. So this is pretty much what this book talks about. And another little nugget too, actually Jesus said it. What reward do you have if you gain the whole world but lose your soul? That's something that spoke to me. I'm gonna say it one more time too. What reward do you have if you gain the whole world but you lose your soul? So this book, to me, that's pretty much all that this is about. Just being one with yourself, being in complete alignment to grow and do what, your soul is telling you to do, right? What goals are worthy to you? What is your soul doing, right? Pretty much at the end of the day, that's what we should all be focusing on. So the first law that I'll go into is the law of pure potentiality. So the source of all creation, so everything physical that we see, is pure consciousness. It's pure potentiality seeking expression from the unmanifested world to the manifested realm. Yes, please repeat it. The success statement. Let's see, sorry. He's got a little bit, I haven't been looking at the chat, but let me pull this back up. I got notes. Success is the continued expansion of happiness and the progressive realization of worthy goals. So success is the continued expansion of happiness and the progressive realization of worthy goals. To me, that's complete alignment. Let me pull up the chat. I just want to make sure no one else is falling behind. Sorry, my computer's glitching. We're good. Thank you, Nancy. You're the best. Okay, and we'll get on to it. So the first law is pure potentiality. So the source of all creation, so everything physical that we see is just pure consciousness. It's pure potentiality, seeking expression from the unmanifested realm to the manifested realm. So when we realize our essential state is also one with consciousness and pure potentiality, that's when we align with the power that manifests everything in the universe. So when we become one with our thoughts, when we really embrace our true vision, that's when we are rewarded with it, right? So obviously you guys always think of, like we're all about manifesting things here. We all know what that is. So when we realize our essential state is also one with consciousness, that's when the game changes, guys. So when you discover your essential nature and know who you really are, in that knowing itself is the ability to fulfill your dreams. So being one with your thoughts, you know, waking up in the morning and sitting down and being one with yourself and thinking about what it is that you want to do with your life. You know, what goals do you want to achieve? Who do you want to be in 10 years from now? Like what impact do you want to make on the world? That's exactly why we're here. Yes, Marcellus. Shouts out to you guys, honestly, for being here and listening. But yeah, I just want you guys to think, like, I know you guys think about it every day, but what it is that we really want out of life. It's all up here, guys. All we have to do is think about it. So when you discover yourself and know who you really are, that's when you are closest to your pure potentiality. When you have no other distractions, when you just purely focus. I always say tunnel vision, tunnel vision, tunnel vision, tunnel vision on your dreams. That's the only way you're gonna get there. Block out everything that doesn't get you there. And, look at who are you really? Do you know what you're truly capable of? I want people to drop 444s in here if they know what their worth is. Like, do you guys understand what we're doing here? Yes. That's right. Like, we are all truly capable of this. We are all truly capable of getting to the next level. Yes. Thank you, guys. I love it. So everything that is manifested into the world comes from one ball of energy. We are all a part of this ball of energy. Energy cannot be created. It cannot be destroyed. It can just be transmuted. So all we have to do is think of that thought. Put our energy into this one thought. And that's where we get to the next level, right? So energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Ignite that energy. Become one with that energy. Wake up. Understand that your thoughts, they make a difference. Who you surround yourself with. What you're feeding yourself, what you're putting into your body. Like, that's why I'm vegan, right? We want to focus on pure energy and positivity every day, every single day. That's why we listen to PD. That's why we're reading these books. Because if we're in a complete alignment with that, with our goals, with our vision, we can't not get there. That's it. It's simple. It's simple, guys. You can live your life by design. You design it. The moment you wake up in the morning, you choose what you want to do. You choose if you're going to, to make time to meditate in the morning. If you're going to go out of your way to stop and, help someone on the street. That's all up to you. 86 people. Nice. Welcome anyone who's trickling in. I love it. So yeah, pretty much pure potentiality. That's all up to you, up to your energy, where you're focused on that. We'll get a little bit real too here. I'll share a little bit about myself. So the way I talked to myself in the past, there's no coincidence why I didn't move and level up the way that I am now, because I surrounded myself with shit people. I put myself in negative situations. The energy that I surrounded myself with was toxic. There's no coincidence. It was an endless cycle. And I didn't see the world around me. I didn't see the potential that I had in myself. I was not one with my own energy, right? It was unhealthy. Unhealthy in all aspects. If it's unhealthy in one aspect, then your whole entire life is just gonna be unhealthy at the end of the day. Like you need to taproot into what exactly is not aligning with you. And once you find that, once you guys figure that out, you're there. Success is there. But yeah, pretty much I had no drive, I had no vision. So obviously if I had no drive, if I had no vision, if I was not one with that vision, there was nowhere for me to go. I just stayed stuck. I stayed stagnant. So that's why I truly am so appreciative of every single one of you guys here, this whole community that we've built, because it truly showed me my pure potential. And this is why we do what we do. And I am truly, truly blessed to be a part of this. I'm truly blessed to share my insight with you guys. So many of you, I can't even see. I have you guys to the back burner, so if you guys are saying anything, shout it out. I have a little bit of notes here. But yeah, pretty much all we need to understand is what we consume either heals us or it poisons us. What we take in is what we give out, right? So feed yourself love, feed yourself affection, ingest things that nourish your understanding. Once I became open to everything and everybody, I took in all the positive energy that was given to me. I stopped pushing that away. I understood that I can learn from people. I stopped judging people. I realized that judgment blocks the possibility of seeing things in a different way. I started listening to everything, everybody, right? Let's see. Sorry, I lost track of where I was going with that. But yeah, once spirituality became important, then I feel like I just woke up one day and I started to listen to within. I started to be one with my energy. And I became aware of my thoughts. I became aware of my feelings, my emotions, my surroundings, my environment. Being still in that and accepting my energy, being one with that is what woke me up. That's why we always talk about meditating, stopping and slowing down and just taking it all in. Once you reflect on that, the outside world, you're actually looking in. Once you look in, you change things on the outside, right? So let's see. That's pretty much all I had to say about that. We'll go into the law of giving. So this law, I like to actually say, I'm pretty sure it only says the law of giving in here, but I like to call it the law of giving and receiving, because you can't have one without the other, right? The universe operates through dynamic and constant exchange. So constantly giving, constantly receiving. That flow of energy. So your mind and your body is always interacting with the elements, forces, and energy within the universe. So giving and receiving both must happen in order to stay in a state of flow. So in order to get where we want to get to, we have to keep giving. If we want to keep getting, we have to keep giving. It's the perfect example of duality. So just as up cannot exist without down, right cannot exist without left, over cannot exist without under, you can't have one without the other, right? So we have to consistently exchange this energy and circulate this throughout the world, right? We need to show our hearts to everyone in order to get that energy back. So I like to refer it to like blood flowing through your body, right? So what happens when blood stops flowing inside of you? It starts to clot. It stays stagnant, right? So that's when, we have to give and we have to receive in order to keep that energy flowing. So just like breathing in is important, breathing out is just as important. Who has been in a relationship where they feel like they constantly are only giving? Only giving. And how did that go for you? Does that relationship truly flow? Because I know it doesn't. But at the end of the day too, you have to remember, you're not always going to be the person giving. Like you should never be the person only giving, right? But at the end of the day too, we need to know that we'll never be 50-50, right? It is emotionally draining. It's not a good feeling. But we also need to realize too, it's never going to be an even exchange. That's not what this is all about. It's not about keeping tabs. It's not about being completely even. It's about giving when it needs to be given and getting when it needs to be gotten. So in time, you'll feel like sometimes maybe you're more on the receiving end, but most importantly, it's about the flow, constantly keeping that flow moving. So let's just put it into perspective, like just a relationship. Some people have their bad days, and that's okay. Some people have more bad days than good days compared to their significant other. You just need to understand that sometimes there are days where you need to give more. It's not about keeping tabs. It's about keeping that energy flowing. The law of giving, making sure that it's coming from a positive intention as well. And recognizing that not everything needs to have an outcome for you in that exact moment, right? So understanding that it needs to come from just a true intention, like a true pure intention. So working with like unconditional love is what I call it. Making sure that you're only willing to spread positivity because you know and you trust that it's going to come back to you. You have to give what you want to receive. So anything that is of value in life only multiplies when it is given. And that which does not multiply through giving is not worth giving or worth receiving. I'll say that one more time. I know it's a mouthful, but I pondered this for a long time and it was like, holy shit. So anything that is of value in life only multiplies when it is given. And that which does not multiply through giving is not worth giving or receiving. So making sure that what you're giving out is going to increase the energy. It's going to multiply and radiate love and spread love, right? Because if you're not doing that, don't do it all. It's not worth receiving. It's not worth giving. Just a wasted energy, right? So let's see. Yeah, basically it's all about keeping the flow of life and doing things only with positive intention, positive intention or not at all. The goal is to create happiness when giving. Pure, unconditional acts will spread more positivity, right? And the beauty of it is that you don't always have to be giving. You're always at some point going to be on the receiving end as well. And that's the beauty of it, the flow of it all. This is why we work so well, because I think everybody knows sometimes when people have bad days here, especially. Like someone's energy, Marcellus, especially you, I'll call you out right now. You in the morning, every single fucking morning, excuse my language, without a doubt, I am so happy to look at my phone and see a voice message from Marcella. It's just talking about nothing but positivity. Like that is what it's all about. Making sure that you're going out of your way. Great. Everyone who's in that group chat already knows. And it's just amazing what we do here. It really is. We're like little seeds, right? If we plant ourselves in the best soil, water ourselves with the best water, make sure we get the most sunlight, right? We have no other option but to grow to the best flower, the best plant, whatever that we could be, right? We have to make the decision to always give something to everyone you come in contact with. What we do here, guys, we relieve suffering. We plant seeds every single day. We spread love. So make sure you're sharing your story. Make sure you're going out of your way to share positivity, to spread joy. You are a beautiful flower, every single one of you. Every single one of you guys. Let's see. Yeah, we live in a world full of dynamic exchange, right? So we have to be the change we wish to see in the world, right? We are full of energy, pure potentiality, right? That is pretty much all I have here, guys. I have a lot of notes. I honestly can probably keep going on, but I realize it's 8:26, so I'm gonna stop talking. I believe Nance is going next. So honestly, shout out to my girl who's been here with me from the beginning. I truly I said it before, I'll say it again. I'll continue to say it. I don't know where I would be without you, Nancy. And I look up to you as a human being for being so caring and always going out of your way to help other people. Like the law of giving, she's the pro. She's queen. She is queen. So yeah, I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys have your notebooks out because I sure as hell do. Was my video was off the entire time?
I thought that was intentional.
No, it wasn't, but it's all good. I was showing my notebook because I'm ready for you, girl. Go ahead, please away. I'm excited to hear from you. I'm excited to learn from you in Mercedes. Drop some 777s in the chat for my girl, Nance.
Thank you, Ange, so much. I love that she puts 444 and 777 because those are our life numbers. So I don't know if that was intentional or not, but no coincidence anyway. And no coincidence that she went over literally like my favorite laws in this book. I will read them time and time again. The law of pure potentiality, like she said, and just okay, drop a 444 again in the chat if you felt her realness, like you felt her talking more from her core than her notes. Y'all feel me? Like I felt that. I know that she was a little bit vulnerable, just expanding or explaining a little bit about herself, her story, and then how she actually applied the knowledge that she got from this book into her real life, which is all about what we're doing, right? Knowledge is power, application of knowledge is power, right? So law of pure potentiality, just to like revise that, is going from the unmanifested to the manifested. Imagine a case of old Legos, like the old school ones, not like the Harry Potter, like the spaceship ones, the old school ones, where you get to build whatever it is that you want to build. The law of pure potentiality states that we are pure consciousness. We are an expression from the unmanifested to the manifested. All we have to do is realize that our true self is pure potentiality, and we align with the power that manifests everything in the universe. We align with the power that manifests anything that we want to come into existence, guys. That shit is powerful. I use that shit all the time. I know Guaman uses it too. He uses Einstein's phrase. He goes, if you raise your vibration to match the frequency of the reality that you want, you cannot help but get that reality. It is not philosophy, it is physics. It is physics. All right. I just need to say that. Like, that is my favorite law. It literally just reassures me that I am in control. And what are we? We are quantum creators. We are creators of our own reality. All right. Third law is the law of karma, also known as cause and effect. So we know karma as, what goes around comes around, right? We know as karma is like, if you do something bad, karma's a bitch. But karma's not a bitch unless you are. Let me be straight up with you. The things that happen to us have a direct causation that came before that. So let's back things up. The law of karma states that every action generates a force of energy that returns to us in like kind. Kind of like Angie was saying, everything flows. The universe operates in dynamic exchange. What you get or what you give, you receive. What we sow, we shall reap. When we choose actions that bring happiness and success to others, the fruit of our karma is happiness and success. What we celebrate accelerates. I am so happy and grateful, Cody, for you. I am so happy and grateful for Angie. I'm so happy and grateful for John Spencer. What we celebrate accelerates. What we put out, we get back. The universe operates through dynamic exchange. That's also the law of cause and effect. Everything has a direct causation, and everything is also effect. If you want to read another heavy book after this, take a peek at Power versus Force. It'll talk about everything about cause and effect. Anyway, so karma is the consequence, is the action and the consequence of that action, right? It's a cause and effect simultaneously. Every action generates a force of energy that returns to us in like kind, like I explained, and it implies the action of conscious choice making. What do I mean? Okay, Cody and Angie are conscious choice makers, right? We make conscious and unconscious choices throughout our day all the time. When am I waking up? Am I setting an alarm? What am I doing? Am I brushing my teeth first? Am I going potty first? Am I taking a shower in the morning or in the afternoon? Am I gonna get up and make breakfast or order breakfast? We always have conscious and unconscious choices. Do you have to tell your brain, okay, I'm going, in 5 seconds, I'm gonna get up and walk out my door? These are unconscious choices sometimes, but everything has a direct cause and effect simultaneously. If I get up now, then 5 steps from now, I will be in my living room. You see what I'm getting here? So everything that is happening at this moment is a result of the choices that you've made in the past. You are here because of who you've been in your past. Like Angie was saying, the situations that you found yourself in happened because of the person that you were, and the person that you were is made up of habits, and habits are made up of actions. Just break things down, reverse engineer everything. Everything is cause and effect. Even though we are infinite choice makers, we have become bundles of conditioned reflexes that are constantly being triggered by people's circumstances into predictable outcomes of behavior. What does that mean? Why do we get frustrated all the time? Because we've been programmed. We've been conditioned into having these reflexes. We've been conditioned to be triggered by something that we shouldn't be triggered by. Why am I mad when someone doesn't move at the green light the second that it turns green? Why? Give the man a second for him to move, right? Why are we conditioned this way? Everything is cause and effect. If we grew up by seeing our parents beep at that person as soon as that light turns green, we're probably gonna do it too. That has a direct causation to it. So, how about we switch or we shift, we make a conscious effort to shift our choices to being more intentional. We can make choices based on our heart. So what does that mean? The heart is intuitive, it's holistic, it's contextual, and it's relational. It doesn't have a win-lose orientation, okay? The heart taps into pure potentiality, pure knowledge, infinite organizing power. And this power, you'll hear David Evenitier talk about it a lot, is belief, right? If you believe, you can achieve. So belief, what is that? Belief is thought plus emotion. I have a thought, I have a feeling attached to that. That is my belief. Now I'm going to act upon that belief. Now that becomes habit, and habits become who you are. You see where I'm getting at? Everything has a trickle effect. What's cool about the heart making choices is that sometimes it might not even seem rational, but the heart has a computing ability that is far more accurate and far more precise than anything within the limits of rational thought. Does that make sense? Sometimes it might not even seem rational, but the heart has a computing ability that is far more accurate and far more precise than anything within the limits of rational thought. I catch myself doing this a lot. I want to be a very logistical person. I want to be very fair, I guess, right? So I put myself in situations where I become the third party, and like a third party overseeing the situation instead of being attached and having a bias because I'm in the situation, right? But instead of doing that, I mean, it's good to be aware. It's good to be conscious of all surroundings. But instead of doing that, go with your gut. And when I say gut, I mean your heart. Because your heart is far more powerful than your brain. Your heart has its own brain. Your heart has a computing or an energetic field 1,000 times more powerful than your brain, believe it or not. Your heart has a brain before you have a brain. So when you're becoming a little avocado in your mom's belly, you're growing that before you grow an actual, computing system. Okay, so we were talking about karma, right? Or I guess, let's reverse a little bit. Okay, so let's talk about attracting abundance to you, right? Because karma comes in both positive and negative, right? Do bad unto others and bad will be done unto you. Do good unto others and good will be done unto you. So you could not manipulate, but you could definitely change or attract more abundance to you. But before you start attracting abundance to you, you must first come to the unwavering realization that your future is generated by the choices you are making in every moment of your life right now. What do I keep saying? What are we? We are conscious creators. We are quantum creators. We are getting shit done consciously. We are in the present. We have to come to the realization, the unwavering realization, right? There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. that our future is generated by the choices we are making in every moment of our life. Right now, right here, right now. So there are a few things that this book says that we could do about our past karma. One is pay your karmic debts. Okay, Angie said it already. The universe operates through dynamic exchange. There is no debt in the universe that ever goes unpaid. So if you think you're sly, you're not. If you think you could do something and no one's looking, you're wrong. The universe knows. The universe is perfect. There's a perfect accounting system in the universe. Okay, everything is a constant like to and fro exchange of energy. Think of it as the universe having its own MyFX book audit. It has an audited account or a blockchain. Everyone knows, or I guess the universe knows what has happened and what has not, what intentions were put in and what wasn't. You can't lie to the universe. So don't try. And I said that intentionally. 2, transmute or transform into more desirable experience. So if you did something wrong and you got some bad karma, okay, instead of marinating in that bad karma, transform it into a more desirable experience. So ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What is the universe giving to me? And that is an opportunity that can be tied to your dharma. And your dharma, we'll talk about later, but that's their purpose in life, right? So if you take this, opportunity, this learning experience, right? And you share it with others, you tell your friend, you tell your family, hey, this is what happened to me, this is what I'm learning. Congratulations, that might be your life purpose. And you found it. So transfer or transmute or whatever from it being like, oh, I have to pay back this karmic debt. No, it became an opportunity for you. Life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. Change your perspective on it. 3, you can transcend your karma to become independent of it. What does that mean? Keep experiencing the gap, the self and the spirit. Think of it as imbalance that needs to be filled in the market. How do you fill that imbalance? Meditation. Become 100% independent from this karma. It is no longer you. Let it go. Let that shit go. Okay. So your soul is a bundle of consciousness, right? It has seeds of karma, memory, and desire. By becoming conscious of the seeds of manifestation, you become a conscious generator of reality. You become a conscious creator. You become a quantum creator. So how do we go about applying the law of karma? Because knowledge isn't power, right? Application of knowledge is power. So literally the book states, yes. Okay, so at the end, at the end, it literally shows you how to apply it into your life. And it says, I will put the law of karma into effect by making a commitment to take the following steps. 1, today I will witness the choices I make in each moment. Be present. And in the mere witnessing of these choices, I will bring them into my conscious awareness, right? I will know that the best way to prepare for any moment in the future is to be fullest conscious in the present. I will be prepared for anything that happens in the future merely by being now, being in the now, which means that you don't really have to do anything. All you have to do is just be. It's really funny how simple this is. All right, 2, the second way to apply the law of karma. Whenever I make a choice, I will ask myself 2 questions. What are the consequences of this choice that I'm making? And will this choice bring fulfillment and happiness to me and to those who are affected by this choice? It's not always gonna be me, me, me. It's gonna be others around me too. Your choices affect other people. What you do is affecting your family. If you're here to create generational wealth, that's a choice, right? You chose that. It's going to affect your family. So what is this opportunity? What is the universe teaching me? How is it going to affect me? How is it going to affect my family or those around me? 3rd way to apply. I will ask my heart for guidance and be guided by its message of comfort or discomfort. If the choice feels uncomfortable, if the choice feels comfortable, I will plunge ahead with abandon. If the choice feels uncomfortable, I will pause and seek the consequence of my action with my inner vision. This guidance will enable me to make spontaneous, correct choices for myself. Gut intuition. Literally, decision-making is a skill in itself. Trust your gut. Your heart has a bigger, powerful field or energetic field than your brain does. You don't have to think about things logistically all the time, or logically, I'm sorry. You can literally follow your heart. There's a sense to that meaning, deeper than what we probably thought. Again, just be very, very aware, be very, very conscientious. The next law is the law of least effort. I know Jordan likes this law. He states it all the time. So the law of least effort is literally what it sounds like. It's putting in the least effort. So people are like, how is that a law to success? So nature's intelligence functions with effortless ease, with carefreeness, harmony, and love. And when we harness the forces of harmony, joy, and love, we create success and good fortune with effortless ease. Let it be. This is basically a principle of no resistance. Stop fighting shit. Stop arguing. Stop bickering. Just let it be. If you observe nature at work, you'll notice that grass doesn't try to grow, right? Fish don't try to swim. Trees don't try to grow. Plants don't try to blossom. They just do. They just do. No questions, no thinking, no hesitation. They just do. They just are. We just are. We are human beings. So be here in the present, right? So everything is intrinsic nature. I think Angie also mentioned that before. This book is literally a torus. You guys know what a torus is, right? Like you watch Mike Miles? Okay, cool. As outside, so within. As above, so below. Everything comes full cycle. Everything can be looped in every which direction. It is infinite. We are playing the infinite game. Also, if you listen to Simon Sinek. So, nature's intelligence is frictionless. It is non-linear. So stop trying to make an equation of it. Stop trying to think of everything logically. Why do I keep getting those confused? Just let it be. It is holistic, and it is, more importantly, nourishing. What does that mean? Instead of wasting energy, thinking about things, worrying about things, hesitating over things, let it be. It is, like I said, a waste of energy. And then a good example of the expression of the law of least effort are miracles. People are like, it's a miracle that this happened, right? It's just an expression of the law of least effort. It just happened. Don't try to come up for reasons why it happened. It just did, right? So the law of least effort is expended when your actions are motivated by love. When you seek power and control over people, you're wasting energy. When you seek money for the sake of ego, you're wasting energy in the pursuit of the illusion of happiness, not happiness itself. I'll say that again. When you're seeking money or power for the sake of ego for yourself, you waste energy in the pursuit of the illusion of happiness, not happiness itself. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the happiness in the moment. Stop wasting your energy elsewhere. We know that where energy goes, or where our attention goes, energy flows, and that's what grows. So put your attention, put your energy in the right places, and watch that multiply. When you seek money for your own personal gain only, you cut yourself off of the flow of energy, and you interfere with nature's intelligence. Don't be that guy. Don't be the person to interfere with nature's intelligence. The universe operates perfectly. Don't fuck it up. We're talking about this flow, right? This flow in the universe. So when you're only thinking about yourself and there's no exchange there, you're cutting off that flow. Don't be that guy. When your actions are motivated by pure intentions, you accumulate abundance. Okay, now we're talking about compound interest. Now we're talking about something that we know, right? Who said it? Warren Buffett. He who doesn't understand compound interest usually pays it. It works the same thing here. If you're powered by ego, or you're driven by ego, you're driven because you're in the pursuit of power or something, the universe will work against you. It's draining you. But if you're powered by pure intentions, because you understand that your true self is pure potentiality, then you accumulate abundance. Compound interest in abundance. Powerful. So we can channel this, all that we learned, into becoming unlimited wealth. We can literally channel this into, if you want, physical money or Bitcoin. Okay, so there are 3 components to the law of least effort. And then we're gonna learn how to apply them. The first one is acceptance. And I literally have on my phone a memo that goes up randomly, or like once a week or once every 2 weeks. And I showed Armando this months ago when he also read this book. And it's a memo that comes up on my phone that says, today I shall judge nothing that occurs. Today I will accept situations, people, and events that occur happen for me, not to me. I will accept everything as it is. This moment is as it should be, because the universe operates perfectly. Nothing is a coincidence. Nothing is against you. Everything is happening as it should be. Accept it. That's the first way to apply the law of least effort, acceptance. The second one is responsibility. So we hear this word a lot, but what does it even mean? Responsibility is the ability to have a creative response to the situation as it is now. And I see you guys taking notes, so I'll repeat that one again. Responsibility is the ability to have a creative response to the situation as it is now. Everything that happens, quote unquote, to me, I could get creative with it. I should get creative with it. I get to get creative with it, right? This is an opportunity that's literally been put in front of me. How am I going to deal with it? Am I the person that I want to be? Are my actions, my current actions right now, here in the present, in alignment with the woman that I want to become? That's a yes or no question. If not, don't do it. If it is, cool, I'm good. If not, I'm going to find a way to get creative and respond to the situation that I'm currently in. If I'm in a fight with someone, instead of reacting, right? We don't like to react. We want to respond. And I'm going to respond using my creativity in a way that my future self will be proud of me for. That's responsibility. That's respectful responsibility. The third and final way to apply the law of least effort is defenselessness. Again, if I'm in an argument with someone, don't fight them. It's not worth your energy. Defenselessness is you relinquishing the need to convince others of your point of view. I think a lot of us can relate with that. A lot of us have heard dozens, numerous, countless objections, right? You can't tell the right thing to the wrong person. You can't tell the wrong thing to the right person. Stop bickering. Stop trying to convince people that this is for them. We know that it's for them, but the law of least effort and, us knowing that the universe is as it should be, they'll sign up when it's their time. I'm not saying don't go out there and tell people about it. There are people that need to hear about this. There are people that are looking for a sign. You will be the sign for that someone. All I'm saying is don't try to argue with someone. This is what you should be doing. This is what you should be doing now. You're wasting your energy. Tell them, this is how it is. I am grateful. I'm abundant. Watch me grow. You can come with me or you can watch on the sidelines. But you don't have to be defensive all the time. The third law of least effort is defenselessness. So, guys, we went through, how many? 4? We got 3 more coming. Those are the laws so far. We got the law of pure potentiality, right? Going from the unmanifested to the manifested. The Legos. We got the law of giving and receiving. The universe operates through dynamic exchange. What I sow, I shall reap. What I give, I shall get. The law of karma or cause and effect. everything that happens has a direct causation before it. And the law of least effort is following nature's intrinsic laws. Let it be. So coming up next, we have Mercedes, who is, I know that I say this for everyone, but guys, this is someone who's super, super special to me because she's really low key. She's kind of quiet, a little timid at first if you like barely get to know her, but she knows some shit. This girl is so disciplined, and I don't know if I could stress that enough. She's so disciplined. I hear her talking about fasting for 22 hours every day. That shit is bananas. What?
35.
35 hours. Girl, I am hungry. I have a banana next to me. This girl, okay, like let me give you a little backstory of how her and I came back on path together. We actually went to go to high school together. We went to an all-girl Catholic high school. We wore skirts and uniforms, yes. But more importantly, we didn't talk for, 4 or 5 years after graduating. And then she reached out to me because she wanted change. What do we hear are the best ways to, I guess, get what you want? How coachable are you? And are you willing to change? What's your willingness to change? This girl reached out to me on Instagram. She said, I have no idea what you're doing, but I see that you're happy. She came over my apartment after we hadn't talked in 5 years, and she was talking about how she wants to go vegan, how she's alkaline, how she wants to fast, how she just wants to be a better person for herself, her dog, and her family. And I'm just like, yeah, I could relate. You know, and we just hit it off ever since that, guys, because I mean, I just felt her energy. I felt her pureness, her pure intentions. It was amazing. I'm just like, whatever you need from me, I'm doing it because you deserve it. The universe operates in dynamic exchange. Okay, so Mercedes, I'll let you take over the next few laws, wrap this up because we have been here for 53 minutes, but the people gotta know so that they could be successful.
Yes, I agree. First of all, thank you. I love you, Nancy. Literally, like without you, I would not be here. And I mean that. But hello to everyone. And I just want to say thank you again for hopping on this call. I get that everyone's busy, but obviously if you showed up, you're serious about your future. Also, I am so grateful to have the opportunity to talk tonight. I am so grateful to be part of this community. And I am so grateful to be surrounded by such vibrant, one-of-a-kind, hardworking, woke souls. All of you guys. I love you guys. So not many of you guys know me, but my name is Mercedes. Just like a little brief introduction about me. I'm from Chicago. I've been in the company for about like 6 or 7 months now, or 8, can't remember, lost count. Ever since I was 13, I knew that I wanted to be my own boss. Can you guys hear me? I'm not sure if I'm like muted or not. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, so since I was 13, I knew that I wanted to be my own boss. I knew that I wanted to help people and I wanted to inspire them as well. My parents, both of them went to college. So that being said, they were expecting me to go. When I was in high school, I felt lost. I felt frustrated. I felt so mad. I'm like, why do I have to go to college? How do I know that college is going to be for me? I took the ACT. This is kind of embarrassing, but whatever, you know, I'll just share it because you guys are family. You would never judge. I took my ACT twice, okay? The ACT sucks balls. I hate it. I remember my mom buying me some thick-ass books saying, you're going to learn, Mercedes. You're going to be good. You're going to be an Einstein, whatever. I'm like, oh, my God, Mom, you're crazy. Anywho, I literally didn't even go through the book. I'm like, whatever. I just circled like random things because my mom would check the book to make sure that I was studying. Crazy, strict Mexican parents. I know, but I love her. She's my wife that I'm doing this. So I took the ACT twice, right? The first time I took a 13. I didn't give an F. I'm like, whatever. I walked in and took Queen of Peace because at that time, that's when you were able to take the test. I walked in there with my bun, not caring. I wasn't even nervous, and I tried to make sure that I was sitting behind a girl that was smart enough. And to be honest, I didn't sit behind the girl that was smart enough. I just guessed everything. But yeah, 13 the first time, and then the second time I got a 12. a 12. That is so embarrassing. I remembered I tried to hide my results from my mom, but man, my mom is unstoppable. That's it, unstoppable. So I did better the first time technically than the second time. But fast forward, I ended up going to community college, and then I transferred to a university, and I did the whole college experience. It wasn't easy, I would tell you that much. It consumed so much of my time, so much of my energy, and so much fucking money. So much money, excuse my lingo, but it was just so much money. I'm like in, I think 50 plus in debt of student loans. And for what? For what? But anyways, off tangent. So after graduation, I got offered a full-time job through an internship that I did for 2 years. It was not easy. It was a hard process, but whatever. I like a challenge. And the reason why I picked the job and I said yes to the job was because at that moment, I thought that it was the right adult choice to do. And I thought that this job was going to set me for life, that it was going to just do everything for me. And little did I know that I was going to come across so many obstacles, and I came into so many realizations, so many. I worked so hard to get a promotion, ended up not even getting it. Literally. I was the only Latina female in my department, okay? And I felt quite intimidated because I worked with nothing but engineers. Guys, I love engineers, don't get me wrong. My dad's an engineer, but man, it's difficult to talk to them and work with them. But I learned it the hard way. So I never got the promotion, and then I ended up getting fired. Giving them 50 plus hours a week. Doing everything that I can possibly to show them, to prove to them that, hey, I'm worthy of keeping, I'm worthy of earning money. Fuck that. So basically I got fired, and the reason of firing me was because they felt that I wasn't doing a good job. Whatever that means, I just took it. I cried at the end, whatever, but I got over it. So then afterwards, I took the entire year to do some soul searching. I felt so lost. I felt ashamed. I was so disappointed. I was kind of embarrassed to share the news to my mom because I knew my mom would be like worried about me. I just didn't know who I was anymore. I felt that I had no purpose in this universe. So then after that, I tried my best to get myself back together. Fast forward, I moved closer to the city, and that's how I came across I Am. One thing that I promised myself, that whatever it was that I was going to do, I was going to gain financial and time freedom. I was going to be part of an impactful community that will build me up and that will uplift others. And most importantly, help change people's lives. So once I met Nancy and we went through the whole process, I got launched and I started to learn how the platform works. And from there, that's also when I started to learn how success works. What is success? Let me tell you, this book right here, it's nothing but it talks about spiritual wisdom, spirituality. Guys, spirituality is so important. You need it in order to have long-term success. It doesn't matter what type of business you have. It doesn't matter if you work hard. It doesn't matter if you woke up early and had no sleep. Spirituality plays a huge role in success. You need it. People are so focused in being in the physical world, but they don't realize that they need to focus more on the spiritual world. Again, spirituality plays a huge role in success. You need it. And if you want to have a breakthrough in all aspects of success, you need to come against all the adversities. There's two types of adversities, physical and spiritual. The physical ones, you're able to see it, you're able to face it, but the spiritual ones are the ones that help you reshape your mind, are the ones that the universe are going to throw to you. That's going to help you a lot. Also, spirituality allows you to navigate through the unseen world. It's going to give you a new pair of eyes that you normally wouldn't have. It's going to give you wisdom that you normally wouldn't have. And that will allow you to navigate through all the adversities so you can outwit the enemy and earn and reach success. Guys, you are your creator. We're quantum creators. We are made out of energy. We are connected to the universe. We are electric. Remember, the universe responds to your intentions and your thoughts. So that being said, I'm gonna have to look at my phone because I wrote a lot of things for these 3 laws that I'm about to talk about. So just give me 1 second. Okay, so law number 5. If I'm talking too fast or if you guys need me to like repeat anything, please like unmute yourself and just let me know. So law number 5 is the law of intention and desire. Energy and information exist everywhere in nature, meaning intention and desire have infinite organizing power. And when introduced to the fertile ground of pure potentiality, we put this organizing power to work for us. And how you can apply that law is with 3 steps. The first step is to make a list of all your desires. Make sure to carry that list everywhere you go. Before you go to sleep, before you wake up, before you meditate, before you brush your teeth, before you walk your dog, before anything. Make sure to reread it, look at it, and just be present. Second step, release the list of your desires and surrender it to the womb of creation and trust the universe. Trust the universe is going to do its part. Guys, just trust the universe. The universe got your back. And third step, remind yourself to practice present moment awareness in all your actions. Accept the present. Do not look back at the past. Forget the past. Be present. Because the more that you are present, the more you are able to manifest the future. Also, do not allow any obstacles to stop you from being present. Guys, you guys are so precious. Your energy is precious. If someone got to go, they got to go. You have to do what you have to do. So remember, be present and don't let anything stop you from being present. Law number 6, the law of detachment. In order to acquire anything in the physical universe, you have to relinquish your attachment to it. Meaning, don't be attached to the results. I'm not going to lie. I'm guilty about this. I'm so attached to the results. And I end up not even getting anything back. So guys, don't be attached to the results. Come into detachment. Let people be themselves. Don't dictate. Don't force any solutions or problems. And there's actually 2 steps to apply this law. The first step is factor in uncertainty as an essential ingredient of your experience. When you start to accept uncertainty, solutions will appear to you. Believe me, solutions will appear to you. Also, uncertainty is your path to freedom. You will find security through it. Third step, step into the field of all possibilities and anticipate the excitement that can occur when you remain open to an affinity of choice. Be open to anything and everything. Again, be open to anything and everything. And lastly, this is the last law, the law of purpose in life. It's saying that we have taken manifestation in physical form to fulfill a purpose. Meaning, we are using our unique gift or special talent to give others. And when we blend this unique talent with service to others, we experience the happiness and excitement of your own spirit, which is the ultimate goal. The 3 steps that you need to do to apply this is 1, discover your true self. You really need to dig in deep into like figuring out who are you, why is it that you're thinking of that, finding out your true identity. Do whatever it takes to find out who your true self is. If it's either through meditation or something else, you'll figure it out. But you just have to discover your true self. Second, make a list of your unique talents and list all the things that you love to do while expressing your unique talents. And lastly, ask yourself daily, how can I serve and how can I help? Work on your internal dialogue. The main goal out of this last step is to serve humanity. Now, if you look at it, these 3 steps basically create a formula. This is the secret formula to generate all the wealth you want. Discover your divinity, find your unique talent, and serve humanity. So yeah, that's mainly all I have. Hopefully everything I said made sense. But guys, I mean, this book, yes. Everyone, if everyone has their book, put it up on the screens. Come on. Book check. Yes. I'm telling you, this book is going to help you so much. So much. Remember, if you want success, you want long-term success, you need to work on your spirituality. It's so important. All millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires, all these like famous, successful, motivated speakers, they say it. So hopefully you guys liked everything that I said. And again, like, remember, you guys are all queens and kings. Much love.
Thanks, Mercedes, so much, guys. Give her a 444 in the chat, or an 888 is a number of abundance, guys. The Krabby Patty formula was right here in front of you the entire time. Learn how to apply it. Learn how it works for you. Learn how it is, because it just is. That's all. Thanks so much for spending an hour and 8 minutes of your time with us. All 58 of you that have spent the entire hour and 8 minutes with us, I commend you. Thanks so much. Have a great night, guys.